Well. Yeah, we've still got Guild Wars stuff set up here in the background. Let me see. I'm going to go into a server right now, all right? And I want you guys who are already there in chat to... man, the sound of my own voice seems weird. To tell everyone else exactly what it is we're in. If you want to play with me, that is. That's going to be important. What I think we'll do is we're going to play the European server of Evernight. Now, the fact it's EU/US doesn't really matter. You can get a free account in a couple of seconds. You can swap, and I'll do it that way. Okay, so I'm gonna hit play, but let's talk for a second. The game's loading. All week. Oh God, see. I just hit a full screen there, and I don't know what the hell. Okay, yeah. All right, I'm back. Sorry, the screens were black there. Sorry, I've been running around, so I'm even a little bit out of breath here as I start today's stream. So basically, yeah, it's been a weird week for me because... Whoa. Look, there's cutscenes and stuff, but I don't really know how to show them to you just yet, so I'll try to do that in a minute. My firewall doesn't want me to load up. Yeah, so, all right. So, basically, all week, I've been wanting to get back and to stream for you guys and to actually do this game. But I got obsessed with another thing. Another thing I'm not going to tell you about, but it's a lot like the Elder Scrolls thing where it's like, wow, I'm really excited to do this. I've wanted to do it for a long time. You guys have heard me talking about wanting to do it for a long time. But I'm still not going to confirm what it is until I've got videos made. So not last week, the week before that, I was really in just like a weird place where I wanted to do like other MMO videos. And I kept like messing around with them. People who are on Patreon have already seen them. But I actually made a few videos now that were supposed to go up last week. And I just haven't put them up all week because I'm not very confident about them. And I'm a bit nervous and stuff. They're a bit like the Lord of the Rings thing. I should probably create a few more, to be honest. No, the game is not Pokemon Red. It is a game that I'm talking about. And yeah, I just kind of cracked, I guess, on Monday or something. And I just decided to try a thing, all right? And I'll tell you this. It's involved coding. And... I have had the weirdest week. All year, I've been really, like, focused on everything I want to do every day. It's like a quota of this many videos, this much stuff. Make sure I do this stream here, and then maybe chill in the evening a little bit. This past week, this is the first week this year that I've done this, where I really didn't do anything that I originally thought I was going to do. I was coding all week. Like, that's so weird. I'm not a coder. I'm very poor at that stuff, and I'm only just learning, really. But, wow, it's been a hell of an experience. It's been the worst of experiences, like, the worst of experiences. And also, like, the best of experiences in some way. But mainly, the main thing it's done is it's made the week go really, really, really fast. So I'm, like, 100% obsessed with this other thing right now, guys. Like, 100% obsessed. And it's not Elder Scrolls, and it's not the Guild Wars 2 Living World thing, and it's not other MMOs. Like, I'm just all guns blazing on this other thing. So, and I realize time is moving by, and I've got you guys, that I'm fostering excitement in you guys for these other things, and I don't want to suddenly fall apart from all of that. So, what I'm trying to do is just finish my thing real quick, as fast as I can. Get it done, and then you know, go all engines on go and other stuff. But the whole week's passed, and I feel like I'm maybe only like a half of the way through or something. Like, the whole week has just blown past. Here's how I would describe coding to anyone who doesn't do it, right? A little thing about me that probably you all feel as well. That is, if I'm writing a script for a video, or like maybe you write a bit of fan fiction, or maybe you do some schoolwork or something that involves a lot of typing, right? I find time moves really fast when I'm writing video scripts or any kind of typing, like old world building projects that I used to do, and equally when I was at school. Now, here's the thing. If I'm writing or doing homework or something that I despise, I have no real enjoyment for it, and it's just tedious and it's a chore, time is excruciatingly slow. It's like you're writing this thing, and every second is dragging past, and you just want to get forward. You just want to find out this other thing. You just want to be done, right? But if you're writing something you're genuinely enjoying writing about, if you're talking about a topic or whatever, maybe, and some of you guys are going to think, oh, this is overly academic and you're not that. But like even on a forum, right? Even if you're just posting about an upcoming MMO like I did on the Guild Wars 2 Guru forums, you'll realize that suddenly you've got these walls of text that you didn't really think were going to be a wall of text, but then it was. Maybe you do that on Reddit or whatever. Maybe you're always finding on Twitter that you need to use tweet longer or whatever. Anything that you enjoy typing. For me, if I'm enjoying typing it, time flies past. Maybe you've had this experience where you'll be writing away at something, you'll look at the clock and it'll be like 2 p.m. You look again and it's 3, and then it's like 3:30, and you're like, what the... I've written like just a couple of paragraphs here. Now, I don't know whether this is just because I'm a stupid person and slow or whatever, but when I'm typing or writing in any form, I'm very slow, I guess. I'm very slow, but I'm enjoying myself. And so all this time just happens to fly by, and you're like, what the hell has happened? I could easily spend like 8 hours on a script for a video. Like the World of Warcraft video I did, which is itself hours and hours long. It's like days and days of scripting. And I'm not saying that that's like a talent of mine or whatever. It's probably a marker of a lack of talent, but I just take that long. But I enjoy it. And here's the weird thing, right? Most things in my life, if I do them too long, I get fatigued. And that doesn't happen when I'm writing. I'll just go and go and go. And my whole brain will be 100% focused on how I want to articulate this thing. And I don't fatigue. So I will still be there in like 5 or 6 hours. Again, if I'm enjoying it. If it's a boring topic or if it's something I don't care about, then that never happens, ever, okay? A lot of you guys are going to feel exactly that way. You procrastinate and so on. But if you find something you really want to talk about, it just goes and goes and goes. I don't fatigue, all right? That's the kind of person I am. I've always known that. When it comes to writing, the number one way to make time pass is to write. In fact, the Heart of Thorns review, if you guys remember the HOT review, it was like videos and videos and videos along. I wrote chunks of that over 16 hours of plane flight. I was on a plane out and a plane coming back in. I spent about 16 hours total on a plane, and it was just writing scripts. And that is specifically the guild videos that I did for Heart of Thorns review, where I was talking about, like, there was a whole video on the decorations, there was a whole video on the buildings, whatever. That's just writing on a plane, and that will pass like 16 hours for those 2 videos. Seriously, like, it just flies past. Now going to coding. I've now realized that that is exactly the same, if not worse. Or more, worse might be the wrong qualifier there. Holy crap, man. Because I don't know it, so I mean, I'm learning a language as I go. Jesus, I just had a massive lag spike there. Hopefully it's not a big deal. Like, I'm learning a language because I don't know anything. I'm a novice. So, but again, that thing where I don't fatigue, it's like, okay, what's this problem? It's like a fucking puzzle game. It's so weird and horrible. Really, really, really horrible and tough, but then also so cool when you figure something out and you're like, I think I understand. And then you realize, no, you didn't understand. And then you're like, I think I understand. And then you realize, no, you didn't. And then like 2 hours have passed and you finally solved this thing. It's been a trip. Really. And the whole week's passed. Like, literally, last week, I went out to visit my mum. Went out of a walk on her. I feel like that was yesterday. That was 7 days ago that I did that. The rest of the week has been nothing but sitting on my ass coding. Really. And the week has flown by. Compared to the rest of this year so far, it's been insane. So anyway, that means moving over to the streams and everything. I'm feeling really out of touch at the moment. Like, I refreshed Patreon this morning, and it was the first time I'd done it in like 4 days. Like, I was obsessed with that website and seeing where I was ending up and whether I was going to have to move out and all this kind of stuff. And then I started doing this thing this last week. I haven't really looked at it most of the week. And I had to catch myself up and be like, all right, so what is going on, right? Like, I've hardly been looking at the YouTube comments. I have, but just compared to the way I normally am, I've hardly been looking. So there's all that. And then there's the fact we were going to play Lord of the Rings, which, you know, to me, I was playing this ages ago. I very much enjoyed it. But we said on the stream we were going to do it. And so, yeah, all the way through last week, I was like, oh, I'll just do the stream tomorrow. I'll just do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. And now it's been a week. So you'll actually remember last Halloween, that exact thing happened. I was gonna do a stream, and I said on the title, "Do it tomorrow," and then when tomorrow came and I moved it up. I did that for like 5 days in a row at Halloween, and then just stopped. And I took a whole month off. Do you guys remember? I think it was last Halloween. I'm not gonna let that happen this time. 2020 is gonna be totally different, and I'm really thrilled to do all this other stuff. But yeah, we're gonna get on it. So yeah, kind of a little bit of a break from the streams there. That's really what's happened. It's strange because I've had daily videos going out. And like, if I refresh my YouTube comments, I see people are talking like constantly. Like the activity is insane. It's so good, but I feel really disconnected. So it's been really, really weird, to be honest. Like super disconnected. So let's get back into it. Nice and easy today with a bit of Lord of the Rings. I've got these other videos that have been on Patreon that I should probably put on YouTube, but like I haven't done it because I feel so disconnected. I'm like, do I really care about this? Like, what's one of the videos? I did a video talking about my MMO history, right? I think it's an okay video, but I've literally got zero interest in uploading it now. Zero, because for the past 7 days I've been doing something else. That is how crazily all or nothing I am. I really obsessed over that video and like proper thought about everything I wanted to do. And it's just like, it's so on the back of my mind now. I'm scared of posting it because I feel like that's not me anymore. Do you know what I mean? Anyway. Hello to everybody. Let's now actually move into LOTR and play. Now, this was very fun. I'll probably get through the tutorial today, and then tomorrow what I'll do is I'll play more of it, and we're going to go 5 days. This week, until the weekend, we'll be back to Guild Wars 2 Master, but for the next 5 days, we'll play Lord of the Rings. You guys are welcome to come with me. I did announce my server at the start of the stream. Whoever was here, can you post it in chat? Listen, guys, this is free. Doesn't take long to download. And no matter where you live, you can play on any server. So I'm about to tell you about an EU server, but you can come on if you're an NA citizen or resident anyway. It's a free-to-play account. Do whatever you like. If you want to come and join me, that's cool. I'm just going to play this tutorial and sort of immerse myself into this MMO, which I genuinely had fun with before. I'm probably going to play a Hobbit again. For anyone who watched the video, I'll probably do that. Okay, so the last thing I need to do is just actually hit this on OBS. So just give me 1 second. Wait, is that going to work? We are looking at a black screen. Alright, that did not work. So let's try that again. Man, there's so much stream delay already on there. That's wild. Dude, this is really, really, really weird. Why is it not working? This is the other problem. Like, I've honestly, you know, the whole week I was like, oh yeah, technical issues. It is technical issues. I haven't set it up, but even now, here on Monday, I still haven't set it up. Are you just not going to show? Why wouldn't you show? Why? Here, I will, I'll give you guys a preview of the audio. Yeah? It's got lovely music, by the way. Have I thought about playing ESO? Yeah, I have. I have indeed. We probably will at some point, too. Jesus Christ. I'm really sorry, guys. Let me figure this out. Why would it not play? Is it because it's old and it's got some horrendous... At least you have a cute puppy to look at. Yeah, that is true. Oh man, there's so many settings for me to mess with. I mean, I could always that's going to look really ugly. If I just try to do a whole window. Let me try and game capture, maybe, instead of window capture. Let me try that. Game capture. Yeah. Wow. This is wild. It's just, it does not want to do it. Probably want to choose the same race. Yeah. We probably want to pick Hobbit. Maybe, hold on, I might have already been on that. This is what you get, guys, as an afterthought. Do that. Oh, it might be working now. Yeah, I got it working. Sweet. Scale might be a little bit messy. Just because I'm playing 16 by 10, not thingy. 16 by 9. All right. Jesus. Come on, game. It's weird. Whenever I mess with the window, it's thrown itself in a weird way. Right. You guys might lose a little bit of the image, but whatever. All right, there you go. I'm really sorry about all of that. That was really, really sad. Yeah, it's kind of annoying because I've got the taskbar down at the bottom, which you guys obviously can't see. Let me turn off showing it on multiple displays. Yeah, that's better. And then if I unlock it, and then I move it to the left, and then there we go. All right, beautiful. That's as good as you get in while I'm playing in a window on a game that I haven't really set up in any way. All right, guys. We've made it. Right, so yeah, I'm going to go... This was the Hobbit I made before, this Willowsulf guy. But I'll do another one. I never really picked, like, for a good reason, any specific class before. So if anyone's got any advice for me about that, I'd sure love to hear it. Let's also... Oh my god, the audio... the size of everything's so small. Let's go to audio, and do they have a button for disabling on loss? There you go. Focus loss behavior, persist sound. So that way it will stop resetting the audio every time I click out and click back in. Okay, look, for Wooden Potatoes 2 viewers, this is probably the time to actually click to on the you know, the comments timestamp. All right, so yeah, new character. I like this because I don't have a very powerful PC up here, but this will obviously work quite well because, you know, quite an old game. So they seem to have a couple of... This is going to be weird, all right? I'm going to be one of these weird guys that doesn't have any kind of value add for what he's doing. I just sit there and say, oh, here's this thing I don't understand. Let's talk about it. Hope you guys enjoy. But yeah, I noticed this on my previous playthrough, that they have some classes and races are paid only. So, for example, the High Elf, you have to pay for with these golden coins. So I'm not going to be doing any of that. But we can click them to see the backgrounds and whatnot. So that's pretty cool. There's the Stout Axe as well. And just like with WoW as well, you'll notice that when I click a new race, this is probably too loud, isn't it? I'm going to turn the volume down a little bit for you all. Just tell me if that's a problem, okay? When you pick a new race, it changes the classes that are available. So, for example, if I go a Dwarf, a Dweller of Stone, and Miner of Metal, the Dwarves are Doughty folk, resistant to the corruption of the enemy, but not to greed. I can't be a Captain Dwarf, or a Lawmaster Dwarf, or a Warden Dwarf. Which is weird to me, because it doesn't strike me, really, that there's any flavor justification for why a Dwarf can't be one of those things, maybe. I love the idea of Runekeeper. Actually, I told you guys on some of the recent streams how much I love the idea of, like, RPGs with tons of different classes. And Runekeeper's a cool idea. I actually have a concept of a rune smith for my like little fantasy MMO thing that I'd love to do one day. Which has nothing to do with my last week, by the way, before anyone wonders that. Oh, they come with expansions, do they? Interesting. Whoa, I got a host. Sunny or a moon. See, I'm in a weird place now. I don't know whether that's an existing fan, a Guild Wars 2 player, or someone interested in Lord of the Rings. Hello to you, and anyone who might have watched. Thank you very much. By the way, I'll put the cam up and all that stuff, because otherwise, you know, and that we can actually drop it all the way down as well. And draw attention to the fact that you're not actually looking at a full screen. Thanks very much. Oh, just in time for a sub there as well. Thanks so much for that. There, I'll put that down there as well. That's really lovely of you. Thank you. Oh, it's Kit the Traveller. It's good to see you. You like Lord of the Rings is amazing. I adore, just to be clear, I adore Lord of the Rings. Really. Specifically what Jackson did with Lord of the Rings. Let me be very clear. And mostly through the movies, I'm a bigger fan. I have, just so that you guys know, I have read The Hobbit. I actually had The Hobbit read to me when I was very little. As I'm sure many British men have had at the hands of their fathers. I have listened to the Lord of the Rings trilogy on audiobook. To be honest, in its written form, I actually think that the Lord of the Rings trilogy is very dry and uninteresting. But on the audiobook, I actually have a lot more respect for it because I get a greater sense of like exactly how people are pronounced and so on. And I know there's a great weight behind the Lord of the Rings. I know as one of the foundations of Western fantasy as a genre, it's this great thing to revere. But as an actual text, I think it's very, very lengthy with prose and exposition and stuff that's not... It doesn't read that well. It's not a particularly entertaining read, let me put it that way. But, you know... I have seen little bits of the cartoons of The Lord of the Rings. I have seen the movies probably something like 10 to 15 times in my life. Because most Christmases I watched them the whole way through. When I was growing up, the movies were coming out and they had Christmas releases. So we would go watch them and then it kind of just became a tradition. But I genuinely, and I say this with no shame or fear or cowardice at all, I genuinely do believe that Jackson's Lord of the Rings trilogy is the greatest movie trilogy of all time. And particularly if I was going to list my top 5 films, I would have that trilogy would probably be occupying like most of those slots. Seriously. I am a very, very, very big fan of that stuff. I played a few of the different video games over the years. I actually played the tabletop Lord of the Rings game as well. You know, with the little Warhammer-like figures. I don't just watch the movies, but I listen to the directors and cast commentaries and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, so I'm very, very, very familiar. But not necessarily with the deeper lore, the Silmarillion and all that kind of stuff. Again, is a bit dry. It's basically like a Bible. All right, okay. So anyway. Yeah, low IQ, because I like those movies. It's all right, guys. I'll put Chinatown on there as well, and I'll tell you all about how it's a script masterpiece and that it does everything perfectly by the books, and so therefore it's clearly better. Right, what are we going to play? I'm going to play A Hobbit. I really like the backgrounds and stuff. This is very... As a Guild Wars person and someone recently in WoW Classic, this is super Guild Wars. First of all, okay, because these are all from the same era, so I love the idea of doing like a comparative essay about this stuff. This is, we get the lovely music. This is like the plinth style thing like we get, you know, in that game after the initial campfire thing from Guild Wars 1. It's overly picturesque and gorgeous, and there's a rainbow back there. It's fantastic. So I really do think I'll pick A Hobbit. This game is set right during the events of the Fellowship, and what I was really surprised about on that video I made is how incredibly respectful of the lore and the setting it was. Like, it was a really faithful, nerdy depiction of Middle-earth at the time in the Third Age of the Fellowship. Like, really? And that, above anything else, is actually the main reason I'm excited to play this. Genuinely. There's men and elves, and this is the only thing I'm not really sure about, to be honest with you. Bjorning? Bjornings descend from ancient men and can skin change into bears when angered. Their gruff, distrustful... Oh, is this like, who Bilbo met. See, the thing is, oh, by the way, I loathe The Hobbit. The trilogy, the trilogy for The Hobbit, I really, really thought they did very, very poorly, and I was extremely disappointed on. Probably the worst I've ever felt in a cinema was watching the Battle of the Five Armies, The Hobbit. And do you know what was worse? I've had this situation in the reverse many times as well, but that I couldn't believe how shit this film was, like genuinely, and I was so disappointed and let down, and so bored, and everyone I was watching it with loved it. I hate that. I always get that at the cinema as well. I'll watch something, I'll get a million opinions, and I want to talk to people about it afterwards, or even during. Obviously you don't, but... And everyone's just like, oh, whatever, we were just watching a movie, why you gotta talk about it? It's like, what? God, I hated that. I really... And sometimes I'll be in the opposite position where I'll love something and everyone else will hate it and want to drag me down, so I get it. Anyway, obviously they had that long drawn out scene with like the druid guy. That's what these are, the Bjornings, are they? I didn't really have any conception of what their race name was. Is ESO part of the plan? Well, we'll see how this goes. If people have fun, I'd love to pick up ESO and play some of that, but ESO would be like way later. I kind of want to do the other games first. Do you prefer the new Hobbit or the new Star Wars? The new Star Wars is way better. As a pretty casual Star Wars fan, I actually don't have that many issues with the newer Star Wars stuff. I'm sure they don't do as well with the source material as they can, but those expectations aren't there for me. So, you know, I can be a bit of a normie, a bit of a casual when it comes to Star Wars and, you know, not be too frustrated or whatever. I actually am quite perplexed by how hateful people are of some of the new Star Wars stuff, genuinely. I honestly hold it... You know, it's shitty entertainment. Star Wars has never been more than just basic entertainment flicks. On the big screen, alright, nerds, before you get annoyed with me, on the big screen, Star Wars has never been much more than just shitty, like, popcorn entertainment. And that's not really my full thing. I know that a lot of you are going to be saying, well, how is Lord of the Rings not? I do feel like Lord of the Rings goes further. It can be much more artistic and compelling to me than just kind of the more action-leaning stuff. Like, there's a specific scene from the Fellowship, not the Fellowship, from the Two Towers, where Elrond is proselytizing sort of he's talking about the fact that Arwen will die if she stays for Aragorn. There is there's no point in Arwen staying on Middle-earth for Aragorn, who will die. And then she's just going to be left alone with nothing as the world crumbles around her, right? It's such a powerful scene, and it's so beautifully described. And when you think about it as well, it's kind of like talking about pretty far down in the timeline as you might really imagine things to go. So, yeah. How to lose viewers in 30 seconds. Yeah, shit talk Star Wars. Anyway, I think Lord of the Rings goes way deeper than Star Wars. Way deeper. Right, what am I going to play? Hobbit. And I'm going to play... We have a burglar who is a support role. That's so strange. Support on a burglar? So what's the idea? I steal items and use them to support my friends? I can get beyond that. Burglars are masters of debuffing. Oh, I guess as well. So you say support, but what you really mean is like offensive support. Skills that cause foes to deal less damage or be easier to kill. Do you know what's nice about this as well? Not having to panic about, oh, what's the matter? Oh, what if I play unoptimally? Oh, what if I'm not efficient? Because you're like a scared little boy that doesn't have his own brain. You can just do what you want, you know? What's the pressure? Who cares? No one's back here in this game. You're not going to get locked out of anything too important. I can just have fun based on the idea of what sounds good. They utilize their trick skills to debuff foes and can later remove the tricks for additional benefits. Burglars also have stealth skills and a profession at initiating fellowship maneuvers. Did they spell maneuvers wrong there? I'm going to go ahead and say they didn't, and that it's me that's the moron. In fellowships, fellowship is like their word for party. They support their allies or his allies by debuffing foes while dealing respectable damage. I'm going to say something that you guys are going to think is sexist, but it's something that I feel has actually happened recently, and it always takes me out at the moment in both directions now, so it's not really sexist. Can you see how this here says, in Fellowships, a burglar supports his allies by debuffing foes? They're using his in a gender-neutral way. Like, the default kind of... It's accepted for this, his, to be the baseline. Male, right? Now, that's obviously born out of the cultures we are all a part of and have been over the past hundreds of years or whatever. But this is very, very natural. And as I was growing up, I never questioned or thought about that, ever. The fact that his was there. It's just my assumption of, like, the default human state was of a male one. Probably because I'm male, right? But also because of the culture I'm a part of. It's no precursor to a serious judgment or anything like that I make. That's just, like, the natural thing I felt like was always happening. Nowadays, though, you very often see that it will just say she. Like, people will deliberately not have it be his, but they'll say her here. It would say her. And ArenaNet for a while did that, like, a lot. Like, you'd read something and they wouldn't allow the default to be he. The default would be her. And I didn't care. I mean, that's fine. It's whatever. But whenever it happened, it makes me think about the language that's being used, and it makes me think about the structure of the sentencing and whatnot, and it completely unimmersed me. That happened over and over and over again with ArenaNet with their blogs. And I remember making a post on the forum about it and getting accused of being a sexist bastard. But I was really just trying to talk about the structure of the language. And I feel like nowadays, people do avoid doing this altogether. And it happens in both directions for me now. Now I read his, and I think, for fuck's sake, why did they type his? Because now I'm thinking about that topic again. And the fact that they went with that pronoun instead of something. So either way, I get just completely thrown out of the immersion now. And I always get reminded of that forum post that I made. I don't think it was a full post. I think it was just a comment. About how I was sexist because this thing had happened that was taking me out of their writing over and over and over again. But yeah, I do feel like, am I wrong about that? I feel like people always used to just say he or his or whatever. And then there was a very, very deliberate push that I started noticing all over the place. And again, I actually respect and like the impulse. I think it's a nice impulse, and I think it's probably a good thing. But overall, what I care more about, to be perfectly frank, is being immersed or thinking about the world and the story. Or the subject material at hand. Sorry, I was drinking coffee. Okay, so, yeah, do I want to be a burglar? Probably not. Now, Guardian is what I picked before. Just because it looked kind of like a simple sort of... Like, you get a weird choice with hobbits. Because burglar... I might go burglar, you know. And we'll just do, like, a bit of a Bilbo thing. Because, obviously, the idea is we're short. One of the defining things I always remember about hobbits is how their wide, hairy feet allow them to sneak around. I believe that there's a description of hobbits like that and Bilbo being like that, which is why the dwarves would, you know, want him. Like their stealthiness. So burglar does make sense. And I don't know, I didn't really want to be like a huntery kind of guy, a bow kind of guy. This just says roll damage. Let's see, what's their idea of the Trinity? Support, defense. Gotta respect that C on the spelling, by the way. D-E-F-E-N-C-E. That's right, Americans. This, again, you don't see this. Who made this, by the way? Because it's different people that develop it now, right? And there's an amazing... If you guys don't know the story of this game, I've read it on a stream before. There is an incredible post where some ex-devs were talking about their experiences with this game. And it's like paragraphs and paragraphs and paragraphs long. They're using Tolkien's spelling, are they? Yeah, Turbine, that's it. Yeah. Okay, so Turbine is American. But yeah, there's some Turbine stuff out there, some ex-Turbine devs talking about what they felt went wrong with this game or went right with this game and stuff. And it's, oh, what a read. What a read. I eat that stuff up. There was one about WildStar as well. This game obviously doing better than WildStar. So anyway, let's just go... I haven't looked at the Minstrel. The other one, the Warden, I can't even pick. Warden probably I would pick. Class difficulty advanced, though. Mobile melee combatants who use javelins. Like, that's cool. But we don't have it unlocked. Minstrel's the healer. Oh, that's the most classic-looking hobbit right there, though. Should I be a minstrel? Lore. Middle-earth is a land deeply infused with music, and true minstrels are skilled at tapping into that power. So they weave songs and tales so stirring that their companions' morale will not fail, and they'll be driven to perform greater feats of prowess. They can even utter words of true power and ward against the forces of darkness with their anthems. Oh, look, they're telling you what the class... Because as I was reading that, I was trying to think, okay, what examples do I know from Tolkien's works of the power of song being great? And all I could think of was, as they're leaving the Shire in The Lord of the Rings, they see the elves singing as they're traveling, right? I think. But look, they even say, look, they blatantly tell you when they're skirting canon. This class was inspired by Luthien Tunuviel, whose elven voice beguiled friend and foe alike. Damn, dude. Rogalicious says, it's defense, spelled the American way. You love the idea of me playing a lame healer hobbit and immediately getting his shit kicked in by monsters as his hobbit is running screaming. Alright, let's do it then. Jules has convinced me. My god, I've been live for like 40 minutes. Okay, what do we want to call him? I think I already took the name. WP. Oh man, I like the music. Music of the Aina. Minstrels can output damage. Yeah, well, we'll see. Usually there's like some mechanism, you know. Like the Guild Wars 1 monk had smiting prayers, right? You're finding this all very surreal. Why is that, Benji? They're taking the hobbits to Isengard guard. Dude, somebody needs to give me a name. Someone give me a name for this character. I won't put a code on it or whatever. Just give me a name, someone. The Guardian is inspired by Sam. Well, Sam is the best character, for sure. Anyway, Fallowhide. We get to pick our origin. And again, I recognize all of these. Like, all of them. Lovers of trees and woodlands, the Fallowhides were the first hobbits to come to the Shire. They generally tend to be fair of skin and hair, as well as taller and more slender. Look at this, they give you naming guidelines. Like this, to be honest with you, this game is already beating like ArenaNet and a lot of contemporary MMOs in terms of like encouraging a roleplay sandbox and getting you ideas of like who you want to be. There should be like a proper nerd in my chat right now who's like, oh, I don't want to recommend you a name until I know what your origin is. And then they can look at the conventions. Harfoot. The Harfoots are the most prodigious hole dwellers and were the first to cross west into Eriador. They generally tend to be browner of skin than the other kindreds, as well as smaller and shorter. And then the Sturs. The Sturs were the last of the Hobbit kindreds to come to the Shire, settling in the eastern marshlands that became known as the Marish. They generally tend to be heavier and broader of build than the other kindreds. Hobbit men of the Stur kindred take either simple names ending in O or aristocratic names drawing from the Frankish and Gothic languages. That's interesting. Drawing from the Frankish and Gothic languages, that's kind of a weird, like, fourth wall break almost. So there's Balbo, Drogo, Falco. So hold on, is that is this what Frodo and Bilbo are? Fuck, do they have surnames? They don't, do they? There's a lot of weird stuff I guess I haven't thought deeply enough about. You only get one word name. Woodrow Hilton. You only get one name. How does that work? Because surely they're... Oh, yeah, Baggins. Obviously. Balbo Baggins. Oh, Tato's. Really good. Let's do store and... That's not going to be there, though, is it? The only thing I don't like about that is that's that Irish brand of crisps, isn't it? I don't know if I get Baggins. Look, guys, you're going to have little moments like that, all right? I'm out of my depth. I should have never revealed that I'm a big fan, because if I forget the word Baggins, people are gonna think it's just a load of bullshit. It's not. It's just... You're going to find I'm a bit frazzled. Oh, we can be a bit porky here. That name is taken. What a surprise. What about Tay2? Is it server-based? Alright, we're Tay2. How did I pick this? Willow Sylph. I don't remember doing that. Did I randomize it? I'm not sure. Alright, we enter Middle-earth. So, some old loading screens that really don't scale well, since they were probably made for 360p or fuck, even CRT monitors. There's a Boyle and Masham joke in there somewhere. Yeah, maybe, I guess.
While out for a nighttime stroll in the Shire, there is a certain unpleasant feeling lingering about. Something on the air is strange tonight. Perhaps it is only the unseasonable chill or the great darkness of this particular evening. But surely it is nothing noteworthy, for this is the Shire, and it is rare indeed for any evil to touch this land.
All right, beautiful. There's a lot to say. First, ambience, love it. Music, great. Yes, someone said in chat, Gandalf. They are definitely doing a thing that's basically like they're trying to emulate Ian McKellen's voice, right? You can just kind of tell that's what they're going for there. But that's good. That's a good opener. All right, I believe in that. I think that's a good idea. Darg has a cool comment there as well. If you read about how Tolkien named his characters, the names aren't their real names as they'd be pronounced in Middle-earth. They're his anglicization of those sounds based on real-life languages. Yeah, I mean, I'm aware he was a professor of language and like really did think very hard about that stuff, and that's really what created such a realistic feeling setting and kind of galvanized everything. But yeah. All right, so WASD. I can also strafe with Q&E. I won't mess with my settings too much, but what I definitely want to do is get my UI bigger. I'm afraid I can't see crap right now. So let's just go UI settings. Please tell me you have a scale. UI scale, thank God. Right, and again, each little element on the UI isn't really gonna scale in an attractive way, but what more can I do? I'll try and get it to just the right size so that the chat and the potato cam, you can see everything. There you go, that's not too bad, right? That's all right. Alright, I think we should be okay there. I can just about read what I want. Attunement panel size, misc. I won't worry about this stuff until we get a bit further in. Right, so yeah, to move. This is how my camera works. You're out for a stroll and there appears to be someone on the road. Who are you and what do you want? Yeah. Love these games that get too bloated at the start, spamming you with a billion things and you can't take them all in at once. Alright, so this is Bounder Boffin. Hello, Bounder Boffin.
Ho there. What's your business on the road?
Who there? Who goes there? What is your business on the road? I'm Bounder. Answer me at once. The hobbit is startled, but the alarm on his face melts into relief when he sees your face. Oh, thank goodness, a hobbit. I'm awfully sorry. I had just had a bit of a scare. Something doesn't feel right tonight. Alright, cool. Look at that. Beautiful direction. You startled me, that's all. There's an odd chill in the air tonight. Very strange. Do you feel it? We'll both feel safer if you come along with me. Do you know how to fight, Tay2? You just need a weapon of some sort. Right, so we grab the satchel. Here's the satchel I dropped when you startled me. Didn't really. I did notice that.
Inside is a spare weapon. You should loot it for yourself, then equip it to use it.
Right. Dude, his voice sounds like someone I went to college with. Loot this. Okay, so yeah, my inventory and items. We come here. So, I noticed this when I was playing already, right? I don't like this, that games do this, right? I already have a weak mace equipped. 2 seconds later, they give me a tutorial that does less DPS. This is one of those games that calculates the DPS based on the attack rate and the damage range. First of all, that sucks because it, like, what's the point of having a damage range plus like a speed and all that kind of stuff if it's not so that you get your own thrill of guessing what might be better? But in the relentless pursuit of efficiency over everything else, like, they just kind of kill the point of mechanics if you're going to do that. Because now I just ignore everything and look at the DPS on there. That's all I do. And this, and even worse, this is lower DPS. Why? What? Really? This is, like, very bad. Even if it was more DPS, I would really not like this mechanic. Because I like things to have purpose. What's the point in giving me a weapon if I'm just going to instantly throw it away in a second anyway? You know? If you want to teach me how to equip a thing, don't give me an initial thing, and then this matters. But, you know, this is pointless on literally, like, 3 levels. But, hey. And, I mean, look at that. Look at that. We get a perk on our current one as well. We have a small chance of slowing our movements, our target's movement speed. This is the kind of bloat you get with MMOs that have been around too long, and they haven't had good QA, and the devs have lost sight of what it means to be playing properly. And this kind of stuff, by the way, is exactly what I don't like about a lot of what ArenaNet does and has done. Guild Wars 1 kind of got discontinued, shall we say, early enough that it didn't get too bad in that regard. But, you know, I just don't like seeing mechanics ending up dead. But, yeah, I'm going to not equip that, because why would I?
Be sure to equip your weapon before we have at it. We ought to test your skill in battle.
Burglar was obviously inspired by Bilbo. Yeah, I said that. I know we're banned from Guild Wars 2 Talk. Why are we banned from Guild Wars 2 Talk? We're not banned from it at all. Any thoughts on Fractal Ben returning? I mean, it's pretty cool. It's weird timing, because I just looked at the fact the guy was... Wait. Yeah, I did post that video. Thank God for that. That's my main thought. My main thought is thank fuck that I actually posted that video about ex-ArenaNet talent. Because didn't I have a moment in that video where I said to you guys, Fractal Ben's at Minecraft? Because I definitely looked that up. Definitely. And that would have been wrong. Yeah, cool. All right, so I nipped in early enough for that news not to be a thing. Yeah, I don't know. It's cool, but to be honest, I kind of don't like... It's going to sound hypocritical because I did it, and I have in the past. And that's just a consequence of the fact everyone pushes you to do it all the time. But I don't like talking about individual devs, right? I didn't like talking about Josh Foreman being the one guy that made Super Adventure Box, or Colin Johansson being the one guy that built Heart of Thorns, or Mike O'Brien being the one guy that built Path of Fire. Like, you're an idiot. Stop talking about one dev. They're like huge fucking groups and teams of people doing stuff. And I would rather just talk about the studio. I think with a place like that as well, I just can't imagine any individual really being credited that hard, you know? It's the same as when people, you know, talk shit about Roy for being on the balance team because Ellie wasn't perfect, or, you know, Hugh because Hambo Dragon Hunter wasn't good enough at the start. All that kind of shit. It's just ridiculous, really. And I don't like it. It happens with balance as well. So one dev leaves, one dev returns. I think it would be really, really stupid of me to be dismissive of it when he left and really happy about it when he came back, all right? That would just be me trying to, you know, like cover up the bad news and try and go over the big news. To be honest, I just don't think it's news. I don't care that much if Mike leaves. I don't care that much if Colin leaves. I don't care that much if Grouch leaves. I don't care if Fractal Ben leaves or if any of them come back. That's how I honestly feel. I don't know what the community is latched onto, but I honestly, if you care more, I honestly do judge you a bit. I really do. Okay, anyway, I had a sub. It was from Ozezax. Continue to follow you as you start diving into new territory. Excited for everything to come. Thanks very much, man. I mean, this is just kind of a very casual little thing we're doing here. Hopefully you don't judge my my pursuits into other things too hard based on this. But yeah, thank you. Do appreciate that. You know, it's crazy, guys. These streams are just kind of a thing at the end of the day for me, but I suddenly feel so much more connected again after a week in the dark. Just sitting here and rambling for 40 minutes. It's really nice. So anyway, thanks for that sub. I was just making sure I hadn't missed any other notifications. If I did, I'm really sorry. Right, okay, next adventure, next thing.
Try coming at me.
Oh my god. Auto attack mode. Oh my god, he's attacking me before I attack him. So I don't mind if it's not a real game at this point. Let's get rid of our bags. So this is one of those right-click to attack things that a lot of MMOs at this era did. So hold on. His health is kind of obscuring mine. But hey, whatever. I guess. So I just right-click. So that's auto attack on. That's it off. Which is the same thing as me right-clicking. Actually, it's not the same. I can spam right-click now. Oh, no, there it is. Oh, no, it's because he stopped. I think right-click only enables auto attack. It doesn't turn it off.
Did you hear something?
All right, here we go.
There, down the road. Who could that be?
My character looks like Shrek's human form. Oh, my God, it does. How did you think of that? Dude, you're so correct. Someone needs to build a Lord Farquaad and come meet me. Poor Sam, you'll never know how peaceful... okay, sorry, I missed some dialogue. This is what I'd never countenance in a Guild Wars LP. Well met, my good bounder. My name is Underhill, and here are my fellow travelers, Samwise Gamgee and Peregrine Took. Why I've never seen so many hobbits. Strange, but it is a lovely night for a stroll. Why isn't Merry here, by the way? Does anyone know? Hush, Pippin, what do you mean strange? Mercy, what is that? Is there a little moment here before Merry joins them? I think we should get off the road. Get off the road! You don't need to tell me that twice. Here's a little interesting thing in the films. That scene where they're hiding amongst the insects under the tree, that was the first thing they shot, the first day of filming for the entire trilogy. That was the first thing that Jackson and New Line actually did. And the first scene that all the cast did together. Look, they call him the Black Rider. Black Riders! There ain't no Bagginses in these parts, sir. I swear the boffins are mentioned as well at some point. Little fools.
Gracious me. Did you see that?
Odo's farm. We'll get through this door and we can cut through. Got it. See, I wonder with everything that I'm seeing, like, who's Odo? Not a changeling. Associated with the founders of the Gamma Quadrant.
Will you clear the path?
All right, menacing spiders. What do I have for skills here, by the way? Raise my spirit. It's a fast tactical skill that quickly heals morale. I'm not actually sure what the morale mechanic is. Is that what they call health? That would be interesting. That'd be another one of those like little justifications for why you don't die if you lose all your health / morale. Boost tactical damage and homes your foe. Ballads unlock anthems and coders. Invalid target. Can I target him with a ballad? No. I guess it's an offensive thing. I mean, it looks like an offensive thing. The Coda of Fury. Tactical skill, Resistance Cry. A finishing skill that deals an enormous amount of damage to the target. Requires 3 ballad buffs to be present on the minstrel. Active anthems add enhanced effects to the Coda. Oh my god. Is this some like Paragon-y stuff? The major ballad. Oh, this is... My charismatic speech drives fear into the hearts of my enemies. I lose access to all fellowship heals, and all normal heals become self-only. I want to use that. Oh, it's a stance. Oh, okay, so that's why it's outlined. Oh, these are all stances. Oh, I see. So I can just pick the one I want. Oh, I see. Okay, so this is like a support stance. Neutral. Melody is focused on neither healing nor harming, but offers the ability to do both in moderation. Only one stance can be active, yeah. Or a resonant stance. This one's healing. Let's go with green then. Let's go with the green stance. I see, and that's changed me into Hero Strike now. Alright, I gotcha. Light damage as well. Oh my god, we strike pretty quick. So minor ballad. Sorry, is that major ballad? No, that's minor ballad. Raise the spirit. Did I level up? Oh, no, that's just teaching me about XP, right? Pretty sure. What does skill 1 do? I wish I knew what morale was. They gave me a lot of XP. Yeah, I kind of broke it on the video I did before, because if you leave, like, after killing these spiders, you go back to watch all the original cutscenes and everything again. Which kind of sucks. So I ended up having, like, really high experience. Right, he says, I hate spiders. What? What is going on in chat here? Are they role-playing? How high is that horse you're on, Marth? You're seeing things from a great distance, which have become distorted in your mind. I highly suggest you get off it and just read what's written. They're having a roleplay argument. Oh, I love it. Yeah, I wonder if this music, like, is the de facto sound we'll hear through most of the game. Should I leave their roleplay on? I guess I'll keep the screen clear for you all for now. All right, Bounder. Hello.
Well done. Let's press on now.
My main fear here is that there's some serious Lord of the Rings nerds that I'm frustrating. Hang in there, guys. What's the main character's name?
To find the key.
Dodo, isn't it? Dodo Biggins? Mercy me, spiderwebs! We're talking about my high horse. Have I ever seen such enormous webs? I'll hew the webs. Will you protect me from any spiders that come along? This music's for the heroic melody in early games. Yeah, I'm not sure I wasn't. You don't need its class-specific music, do you? So what's this? The system menu. So this is like on my top bar. It's just on the left here. So that's fine. Very, very, very slow. I mean, look at this. It's kind of ridiculous, to be honest. MMOs always do this. They set the stage immediately for, hey, it's a game about the grind. It's not a game about anything else. Like, look at this shit. This is the same as auto-attacking a big boss in the Guild Wars 2 tutorial. Except ArenaNet magically thought that just because there was spectacle associated with it, it would make it a good game. No, you're all wrong. You know what's a good game? A game where the mechanics matter. And you should show them to me early, instead of teaching me that this game's about turning off my brain. But hey. Thank you.
I think we're almost safe.
Aha, at last. We're close now, Tato. Odo's farm will get us safe to the road, and from there we can get to the nearest town, hopefully without encountering any spiders. Or worse. Alright. Good games don't exist. I think they do. They're just much less likely to be MMOs, even though MMOs have the most potential. This is the last door until we get to the road. I'll tell you what, fucking WoW Classic understood that. Brigands! We're being chased! I remember this music, I like this. Mundo Sackville Baggins! What does it look like, you ninny? We're being chased by brigands! Do something about it! Oh my god, that sound effect. Come on, let's get through the farm. We can look out the back. But there are spiders behind that door, and a terrible horseman on the road. We only just escaped. There they are. Get 'em! Brigands, help! Get away, you boots! Got you at last. You got nowhere to run. You'll be coming to arch it with us, all of you. The rider will want to see you first, or whatever he said. I don't know. The rider will decide your fate. Oh, ouch! Someone just said here in chat. Was that one of you guys? Jeff Bezos will slay Lord of the Rings online in World Chat. And I almost read it as an actual part of the story. Alright, we died. Well, we didn't die. You have awakened inside a prison surrounded by brigands. See, the first time I played, I logged out here And I had to do it all again. Like, all of it. And then I missed this cutscene. If you go watch my video, you'll see there's a little cut here. Where I cut from my original start to my second original start.
Turn up in the most unlikely places, Bounder Boffin.
Oh! Ouch!
This is a relief. Now you come with me, both of you. It's Strider! Cool. So I'm wondering how this game goes. Like, am I going to see him as Aragorn? What's going to happen? Hello.
Come along. We are not safe just yet.
Come, Toto. I can see that you have a brave spirit, but it is time to flee. I like this. See, we're a hobbit. We're brave. That's like one of our defining characteristics. We've got like reverse little man syndrome. Oh, or is it just little man syndrome? I don't know. The Baggins they captured is not the Baggins being hunted. The brigands will not follow us when they learn of their error, but it would be wise to be far away from here. My companion is outside, helping to rescue your friends. Let us join them. So I like this idea of having Strider here. Alright. So we follow him out. Like, I missed all of this, because it just loaded me into the courtyard, I think. Yeah. Whoa, that loading screen. The world of SSDs, doors and portals. Pretty cinematic, honestly. By the way, there is a first-person view, and it actually changes the FOV a little bit, which, again, I kind of respect. GW2 doesn't do that, doesn't realize. It's interesting to see the little features and the little quality of life, you know? Yeah, look, he calls him the Dunedain. He knows.
Come, hobbits. It is safe now.
All right. Yes. You'll accompany him until his coronation and wedding. Really? So you actually get to go through?
Dear.
That's super cool. Honestly, I didn't realize that it spanned the full duration. Honestly, it's super cool. Because the game could have gone in another direction where it kind of sets the stage a little bit here, but then we just do our own different thing and we see nothing more of the main events. There's been some great Lord of the Rings games. Starting specifically with the Two Towers for PS2 and Xbox and stuff. That was a fantastic game. There were some good RPG, strategy games as well. There were two pretty decent strategy games. War in the North is probably the most recent Lord of the Rings IP games that did well, right? I remember I did play a game that was kind of following the story of The Hobbit a long time ago, and it was awful. Had like a weird mechanic with the ring, with the one ring. Well, I'll put some spoiler warning at least. He's a nobody. He's just a rider from the north. He's a nobody. Don't worry about it. Chat's just trolling you. Me. Finish now or finish later? Why would I ever choose to finish later? And why is that the one that's lit up more? Stay close to me this night. We must get Amdir to safety. It's to Archit that we must meet. Now, I don't recognize Amdir or Archit. So I don't know what when we're leaving the canon a bit. Bounder Boffin, you should go back to the Shire. Its bounds must be kept safe. Celandine? Mundo, come with me. I worry for Mundo's safety when all the wicked folk of the west of the Greenway are searching for Baggins. Alas, that my true charge must wait. Never played Middle-earth, Shadow of Mordor? No, I actually didn't. I didn't play those. The more recent ones, I didn't. I'm going to click finish now. Oh, maybe finish later is just like to stop me hitting the cutscene.
The ranger Amdir escaped with his charges into the wild, making his way back to the village of Archit.
There, Captain Brackenbrook, a retired sellsword, has allowed Strider and his companions to stay and take respite from their cares.
I love that. I love that you get actual little voice-acted cutscenes between loadings. It's really good. That man has quite the stash. Yeah, I know. Very, very simple little cutscenes. Yeah, I am aware that those newer games are probably pretty good. I'm not such a fanatic when it comes to the games in this IP so far, anyway. Dude, this is way busier than last time. dude, this is you guys. These are the stream viewers. This is insane. This is not at all what I remember from before. Oh, no, what happened? My quest thing. Oh my god, you guys are playing music. Oh god, this is going to be just like in Interior. When I can't talk because of the music that's getting played. I have no idea what this feature is, but it's fantastic. Oh, is there a slash dance? I guess I never checked. There is a slash dance. Invites me to join a fellowship. Will I join? Sure, I'll join your fellowship. Round robin and roll pass. Your fellowship is using the round robin loot roll with roll and pass choices. Every corpse will be assigned to a specific player in the fellowship to loot. The game will select that player by going down the list of fellowship members one at a time and restarting at the top of the list when everyone has been given a chance to, when everyone's looked at the corpse. Any items of or above the loot quality level set by the fellowship leader will have an option to roll or pass on the item. I see. That seems like a pretty good need or greed. I also like the full explanation that they're given here as well. I've joined my first fellowship. Dude, I recognize this song. Bordenlas walked into Mordor. Sorry, is that your title? That's very cool. Catawise of the Fallowhides. Can you, like, go for a full title here? Also, I like this. I like that the player nameplate color is so close to the NPC color. I've often thought of that with MMOs. I've always thought of doing an MMO where there is no NPC nameplate and there is no player nameplate, and that is the default experience. Again, I think very much about a 2D MMO played with like very clean, clear, like 2D graphics, where you can just do away with the nameplates altogether and it allows people to pretend to be NPCs. And there's something fun about that, I think. There's something real that taps into like social elements that a lot of MMOs lose. You know, when you start adding all the nameplates and the little color rechanges and all that stuff, it leads the game more into a place of software than a place to live. It's pretty cool. Right, so we can speak to all these different people.
Thank goodness you're awake.
Sorry,
That
wasn't
old
this...
dear seems very ill.
Oh my goodness, I have a very high-pitched voice. That's what sexy hobbits sound like, guys. I thought we were leaving. I thought we were saying we're going back to our hobbit life. You're awake, Tatu. Thank goodness. You're exhausted after what happened last night, but that ranger got us all safe to Archie in the end. I'm terribly worried for his friend. Amdir looks so very ill. You can check on him if you like. He's just over there, to the west of where I am standing. Do you see him there? Across the lake? The lane, sorry. Why is decline? Why? Well, I don't like this. Right, well, I'll get some stuff, so cool. They're teaching me how to move, which is cool. Is there anything special for me to learn about the minimap in this game, I wonder? You can check your progress in up to 5 quests at a time. I kind of like that idea, having a limit of just, like, a fewer waypoints. Because in a lot of games, you get too many waypoints, it just bags you down. Right. By the way, the chickens, I was genuinely very impressed. I have to say, I liked this. Dude, I like just having a close camera, to be honest. I really do. I like this kind of perspective. Look at this fucking game. It's immersive. And I thought this was genuinely quite pretty as well. Especially for its age. I'm not joking. I actually genuinely think that, like, the composition of what I'm looking at here, right, it's a little diagonal. You've got some guys in the foreground. You've got a nice little bit of blurring in the back. The clouds have got just enough detail. I liked it, you know. There's enough movement and animation with the chimneys and stuff. And wherever you look, it tends to be like some kind of nice vista in the game. I'm looking on one of my monitors. The game looks a lot more washed out and white than it does on my main one. But it's good. Right, hello, Brackenbrook. Now, we have to learn, is this an... Wait, see, is it a player? See, I like this. I don't think it is a player, but why can't I speak to him? We have to go through this moment of... We're at that magical time right now when we don't know how arbitrary and BS everything is going to be. So we give all the NPCs the time of day, and you never know. Maybe it's worth speaking to everyone. Maybe I'll realize that there's no point, and they're just going to zigzag me through all of them anyway, and this is stupid, but We're at that beautiful immersive moment. That poor dear ranger, he was so brave last night. I do hope that Strider can get him. I don't have any experience with such violent wounds. Okay. So we do get a bit of extra text. It's Mundo, the Sackville Baggins. I haven't had breakfast yet. This is intolerable. First kidnapped and now starved. I do not like big folk one bit. I should be giving him a country accent, I guess. Nice little reference to wanting our food as well. I'm just looking forward to my second dinner. Alright, so Amdir.
Yourself on my account. It is only a chill.
Dude, that sounds so much like the guy playing Faramir. It's unreal. So, you are awake at last, Tato. You have earned your rest, for you fought bravely last night. As for myself, I found no peace in slumber. Did I just say the guy? Yeah, I don't know who played Faramir. What was his name? The blade of the Black Rider pierced only my shoulder, though not deeply. I am chilled, but it is no matter. Thank you for your concern, but it is Strider for whom I fear. He is charged with a great task, but he tarries for my sake, and now for Archit's. Okay, hold on. If he's been pierced by, what do they call it? It's not just a Nazgul blade, is it? It's a specific kind of blade. Doesn't that like really fuck you up? Wasn't Elrond himself the only one that was able to help Frodo? Spoilers. I wonder, will we go to Weathertop when all that stuff happened? Morgul blade, that was it. Morgul blade, yeah. Yeah, we're in Archit, yeah. Amdir assures you he is well, but he is deathly pale and trembles with chill. Oh, are they actually going to do it? Is he going to go rip? Look not to me, but to Strider. It is he who is in need of your help this day. All right, hello.
There are too many deeds to be done.
Oh.
All pressing, and none of them easy.
Oh, there's no lip sync, but that's fine. Hail, Tato. Amdir is right. I am torn asunder. I do not wish to leave him in this state. And Archit must be warned that the Blackwolds mean to raid the town. But I should be seeking a different Baggins right now. Alright, so you got 3 things you want to do. Alright, we get a reward just for learning how the minimap works. Let's see. Oh, it actually is not. What the f... Alright, see, I don't like this either. Why... You give me 1 armor, okay? So the combat balance is like, alright, the 1 armor chest piece before was good enough to make me pretty much immune to the only enemies I've had so far. You're now going to give me something with 122 armor. I would have been happy to get 5 armor. I would have been happy to have had an experience where 5 armor mattered. Like, this is too arbitrary, too quick. Do you know what I mean? Like, just basic fundamentals of building an RPG, MMOs don't know how to do. Look at that, and the medium and the heavies even more. I bet they do the same thing with currency as well. Anyway, finish now.
Perhaps you can help, my friend. Captain Brackenbrook will not heed my warnings.
So that's only worth like 1 copper. Alright, so the toss away mechanic is just delete on leaving the bag. Okay, someone's crying. You can manage the space in your inventory by clicking edit mode. Oh, in edit mode. Why would I want to have to be in an edit mode? I think I remember reading this before. There's also a search bar. Good. Okay, guys, there's a search bar. You're not allowed to be mad at me if my inventory gets messed up, okay? Because there's a search bar. It doesn't matter how messy it is. You just type it in. It might have been altered since launch to make leveling smoother. Also known as make the game worse. It's smoother now. It's quicker. Do you know what's also smoother? If I was instantly max level and at the final boss. That doesn't mean it's better. Your first duty should be to the enjoyment of your fans. Not just double XP weekend. Please log in. Anyway. I'm being a bit obnoxious here. I do apologize. It's just, it's been a week, you know. Dude, this music. Is that Through the Fire and the Flames? From like, what is it, Dragon Force? No, I don't think so. Sounded like it for a second. Okay. Is it actually? It sounds like it might be. Someone's been going ham on the macros. I guess this is from, like, you know, those early Guitar Hero days where everyone was, like, obsessed with that song. That's hilarious. Alright, okay, yeah. Well, look, I recognized it. So it's obviously good enough. Perhaps you can help. Oh, God. The people of Archer will be in great danger as the Black World to execute the plan we missed. The captain here, a man named Brackenbrook, does not like my look. I like that phrase. I don't hear that enough. He does not like my look and will not heed my warnings. Frey, speak to him on my behalf and see if you can rouse him. Every moment I spend here is a moment in which my true charge plunges blindly nearer to unfathomable peril. The Black Rider you saw last night seeks a Baggins, and our friend Mundo is not the one. Alright, Jesus. Sorry, you give me another reward. You give me all of these. Oh, no. You're previewing the rewards for me later. That's cool. Filter this quest on this character. Oh my god, dude. Look, this is not the mood I'm looking for when it comes to getting my Lord of the Rings fill, alright? Won't you cry no more? Alright, I like how quickly I start spamming jump and got onto the thing. So Brackenbrook was back over here and never really had any dialogue. He's the guy with the fabulous mustache. Did you wander in here last night with those rangers? I do not like the look of those fellows one bit. But I let them stay on account of the Pale One's words. I like this method as well, where you get your voice actor to do just like the first bit, and the rest of it you can mess with and tweak it later and localize easily and so on. I think that works really well. I don't think that MMOs need much voice acting at all. You just want like the first sentence to give an idea of the person's voice and stimulate someone's imagination. Because I can easily imagine now the rest of what this guy says, even though you didn't pay him to actually say it. And you could just be a little bit more malleable. I think this is really smart, honestly. You say the Black Worlds mean to attack us, but I do not believe it. Not without proof. Those brigands will have always been around, but they're an unruly lot, but not murderous. I'll not be attacking them without good reason. If you must, talk to folk around town and get their opinion. If they are on your side, I'll consider the ranger's warning. Alright, is it going to be a non-combat quest? So we're going to speak to Kate Henseed, Peg Prana, and Constable Thistlewool. Alright, he doesn't believe that they're a threat. I don't know about this white text. What's that? Just for people who want to zerg and spam around? But we'll still read that anyway. I mean, come on, man. I don't know. Do you want to transfer the same layer as your fellowship leader? Alright, so there's like a mega server kind of thing. By the way, how many party members? And what do the numbers mean? I'm not sure. I like this. Nice idle animations. Guy leaning on the thing. Not sure what this icon is. Oh, armor smiths. Right, okay. Mannequins. See, look, even the mannequins look like players almost. Oh, it's a cash shop thing. Well, they did something right. They got me to click it straight away. The UI is horrendous. The UI is the worst thing about the game at this point. And I get that I can customize it and tweak it and all that kind of stuff. Don't worry. Yeah, I like this. I like this environment. Oh, I really like these moments. Because later, I'm sure I'll be completely familiar and accustomed to all these assets. And it won't really feel, you know, good anymore. But right now, I'm like, yeah, I want to explore everywhere. Look at this. Right, well, okay. I've got to familiarize myself with the compass here. Archet Jail Yard. Right, so I say the name of the area I go to. You think you can just lock me up, eh? You'll be sorry. I didn't see what the last thing was he said. Jailer Ned Pruner. Ned, I don't need your opinion. but maybe later. Whoa. Be kind of cool if I've got to get everyone's opinion, but this guy is like one of the only ones who will listen to me. I love how green it is. Does the game have a day-night cycle? I'm not sure. I kind of don't want it to. I'm not a big believer in day-night cycles for MMOs or anything. I like the idea of, like, different areas have different, like, aesthetics to them. Like, I would be sad to see it become night here. There's something great about it right now. If you want a nighttime area or a raining area or whatever, have it, like, perfectly curated and custom-made to look like that. Always.
Hello there.
Hello there. You don't think the Black Wolves mean to attack us? Don't be absurd. See, you get an idea of what he sounds like from the first little bit, and then there you go. You're off. I'm not doing that accent, though, the whole way, because I don't think I can. They harbour no love for us, but they haven't a leader, and they fight more amongst themselves than they do with outsiders. They couldn't raid a squirrel nest, let alone our town. Okay. So anyway, you're Thistlewool. Do you believe me? He believes that Archer is safe. Nice. Dude. See, that's the other thing, man. Look, if you build a game where I'm this zoomed in, right? I'm not just doing this shit. Oh, this is the game. Yeah, very immersive, right? You build a game where I'm actually a bit more encouraged to play at this scale and the game's visible. Your cash shop stuff that you're selling is way more compelling. That was kind of cool. I really wanted that thing. Okay, purple probably means that he's too high level. Does that mean that there's like a WoW style thing? Yeah, the optimal FOV. There are going to be a bunch of you guys in chat that's like, no, you need to play like this. This is the only way. Let's play like this for a bit then, guys, for you. Let's play it properly, so to speak, yeah? All right? So I've got to just zerg to the quest thing. We've got to click it, and we've got to move on. We've got to go, go, go. Looks like there's one over here. Actually, no. That's the wrong type of icon, isn't it? But this is so much worse. Oh, my God, it's a loading screen. The Mad Badger Inn. Dude, this is so immersive. I really am enjoying myself. Alright, that would just be a way out. Oh, imagine if we saw some players in here. Oh, can I sit on the chairs as well? This is really inspiring me to try like a new type of more roleplay heavy MMO, to be honest with you. Alright, well anyway. No one was in there and there was no reason to be in there. So I definitely am struggling with quest markers at this point, I would say. Because I actually don't know where I'm going, so... Let me see. So if I press L, I get my current quest. Increase task limit. Is that a cash shop thing? Right, that's a daily thing. Filters for all different kinds of quests, I guess, based on reward, maybe. Show completed quests. 2 introductory ones have been done. This is the current quest that I've got, but it was initially filtered. There's a red dot. Does that mean it's red dots I'm looking for? Remove from tracker, add to tracker. Okay, so this is my tracker, but it's overlapping really ugly with the... I can toggle it like that as well. So this information underneath the tracker is Archer, and then some coordinates for where I am, maybe? See if peg pruner. So we get like a bit of a blue icon. Oh. So what are all the icons on the ring here? Your heart is light. +1 maximum morale. Open world map. The world map looked awesome, by the way. Check this out. I saw this when I was last playing. It does appear in the video, I think, very briefly. Look how cool this is. Look at this. Look at this. This is a hell of a map. I'm telling you guys now. This is us here at Archit. Not sure exactly. Oh, okay. So I can filter my current quest. Look at this UI. Who of you guys... I don't know how close you guys are to your monitors right now. But who of you can read the tooltip that has just appeared on the bottom left there? Who can discern what the icon is above the bottom left green check mark? I'm not talking about the check mark itself, but there's an icon above it. Who can see that? What information is that? I think it's a gold coin. Yeah, I think it's a gold coin. Anyway, what is more important is that we've got a flashing red like thingy. So I think it is a red icon I'm looking for. Do I actually read and it tells me where to go? It's just townsfolk. Yeah, there's red dots again. So I'm pretty sure red dot is what I'm looking for more than anything else. So here on the most zoomed in map, I can see... Oh, some of this is like clickable. I wonder what that being clickable means. Side quests? Show quest guide on map. Ah, look, they're here. Alright, so one of the other problems with the UI is that obviously Archit is written in red. And then the quest marker is a red ring. And it's right over the sea of Archit, so you can't really see. I'm guessing that this red thing here, this is me. Yeah, I can see on the minimap that it is, which means that Archit is up here. Okay, so despite the fact that it's red here and there are red markers everywhere, it's actually a blue or a green looking ring that I'm going to. It's her. And also, if I'm too close to it, my own icon is on top. So it adds confusion. But so like, it's her.
Why are you bothering me?
If Captain Brackenbrook now says we're safe, then we're safe. He always does a fine job of protecting the village. Why would the Blackwall Wanderers suddenly attack us now? That yellow text on the right keeps making me think that I've got a choice of what to say. And then I look over and I get disappointed when I'm like, no, it's not. Okay, and the other one is in this corner here somewhere. Look how ugly this UI is. There's like programmer art there when I'm mousing over. What are you doing? Alright, I can see the corners, I guess. Who the fuck would navigate via that? Yeah, I can see it now. Again, it becomes green. I like the idea of them doing rings, you know, the rings of power or whatever. When the game launched, you had no clues, only the quest text, and you had to work it out yourself. Oh, that sounds pretty cool, except that the quest text hasn't been specific enough for this one. If I didn't have any icons and it just said speak to the people in town, I would have just been wandering around for ages. It might have been fun though. It might have been immersive. I do acknowledge that. They just got a bit of bloat with like icons and stuff, you know, like she's got a quest icon and you know, cash shop icon or whatever. So, oh sorry, she's just a peg runner. Oh no,
What can I do
peg
for you?
runner, Peggy Pruner, I guess, or just Peg Pruner. What was it? That's not what her name was on the quest before, was it? Oh no, it is. It is Peg Pruner. I read Peg Runner, and I thought that she was like some kind of like animal husbandry thing. I don't know what I thought. I got really confused there. I see that your friend is wounded, and I hope it was not the Blackworld that did it to him. I truly trust Captain Brackenbrook, for he has always kept us safe since he took charge of Archit. I won't argue with the captain, but I will help the injured fellow in any way that I can. Tell Strider to the people that the people of Archit do not believe you. Peg Pruner believes Archit is safe. Well, I would have liked one of the NPCs to be on my side, maybe. Seemed a bit, you know, obvious. How come she's gone gold now? My God. Dude, the people screaming. That's terrifying. Do you know what? You guys should look up. Oh, what's it called? Someone in chat is going to have to tell me. There's a phenomenon in some Scandinavian countries where students scream out of their windows in the dead of night and other people scream back. And it is the most harrowing, like, beautiful, freaky, terrifying thing. Just hearing humans screaming, all of them. And that sounds like that. That's hilarious.
Alas for peaceful folk everywhere. It is an enormous task to convince them that evil people with evil intentions will commit evil deeds.
It seems that I cannot leave. Amadir needs my help, and I have pressing work to do in Archit to get these people ready for the impending return. Storm. Jesus Christ, I can't read. I genuinely can't read. How did I read Storm as return there? It's just too small and blurry for me. If you help me, perhaps I can leave before tonight. Damn it, I wanted him to say evil again. Alright, threadbare cloth gloves, thank you.
Before you try to fight, you must learn what skills you may from the trainer.
What, you want me to buy more skills? I got a shit ton. I haven't had any chance to fight anything. Oh my god, the binds. Has that always been on screen? That keyboard? Has this shortcut board really been here the entire stream and I'm only just noticing it? You can change the text size on the bottom left of the panel. Oh my god, you're a genius. Oh my god, way better. Oh, I like how it doesn't scale all the text. But enough of it, so that's good. Yeah, Stockholm, is that where that happens? Oh no, it's gone again. It's gone again. There is much to do, and you are new to this world of danger. As long as you wish to help Archit, it is most important that you hone your skills as a minstrel. I would like you to assist me, but I wish to make sure you are ready for the evil trials you will face. I wonder if MMOs got better in terms of usability and quality of life and professionalism in UI, but worse in terms of real game design. I wonder if that's kind of the pendulum, the balance, and the direction that MMOs have gone in over the years. Dude, is that why they put kites into Guild Wars? Because other MMOs were doing kites, and they were like, we can add them as well, we'll get money. And they completely misunderstood what kind of game they'd made and why they were better in other MMOs. Dude, I hate this overlap is super annoying. Alright, honing my skills. Anyway, I'll try to ignore it, sorry. Oh my god, that's a lot of red rings. Oh, they're all different skill trainers, though, and I'm only going to want one. Are these the... I think so. Whoa, somebody buffed me, I think? That's the Lawmaster trainer. Guardian. Ah, here you are. Minstrel. Hello. So, greetings, may I be of assistance? We've got the barter item. We can barter. We can train our skills, or we can say intro a strong voice.
Could I take a moment of your time?
Hey, my guess of what his voice was going to be like was pretty good. A good day to you. I am pleased to find another minstrel here in Archit. I should be happy to share what skills I have with you. First, though, I will give you some small advice, if you are willing to lend an ear to it. As you may already know, a minstrel possesses a great power. The power to stir the spirit and raise the hopes when all seem lost. When the spirit is roused, the body soon follows. A good minstrel heals themselves and their fellows, staving off even the most dire wounds. Demonstrate your mastery by entering combat with the training dummy nearby, then using the skill Major Ballad. Alright. So we get a basic loot. Requires loot use. Okay, so talk to the minstrel trainer and Archit done. A strong voice use Major Ballad while in combat with a training dummy. Jeez. It might be a low texture, but I really like the animation on hitting it. You've discovered an open tapping monster. Anyone can help you kill the monster, and everyone who helps will get credit. Join the fray and collect your reward. Open tapping. What a bizarre name for that mechanic. So essentially what ArenaNet made were open tapping games, right? Well, Guild Wars 1 wasn't an open tapping game. Right, so we are going to use our Major Ballad. Oh, I don't like how my auto attacks turn off. Major Ballad boosts tactical damage and harms my foe. Oh, sorry, that's Minor Ballad. Major Ballad's this one. Boosts healing capacity while damaging the foe. Plus 3% healing to outgoing healing. So benevolence, basically. Minus 1% power cost to all Anthem skills. Minus 1% power cost. See, a lot of MMOs get this wrong as well. They have these pathetic shit little modifiers on low tier skills that you just don't care about. Whatever. I like increase my damage by 1% when what I'm doing is basically, oh my god. Guys! No! Oh my god. Jesus, I'm gonna have to turn the combat music down. So many people have arrived here and I'm playing so slow. So terribly. I mean, what have you got to entertain yourselves? Guild Wars 1 was a closed tapping game. Well, the thing is, you went out there with 8 people, but loot only ever assigned and dropped to 1 person per kill. So, I mean, quest rewards you could consider to be open tap, if you will, I guess. But I don't know about that. What MMOs make only 1 person pick a quest reward? I mean, that's a bizarre concept, isn't it? It's a level 1 skill, it will get stronger. I know. I'm well aware of that, but I'm saying that those elements of the skill should be trickled in later rather than just, like, fucking bloated up at the low tiers where they're completely irrelevant. Like, they're missing opportunities to do cool skill upgrades if they do it in this way. Alright. A strong voice.
How do you do?
Oh my god. He sounded like he was in a bedroom mic there. Well done, Tato! Make sure you visit a trainer often as you advance in your role as a minstrel. As you grow, you will find that trainers such as myself may have important tasks and bits of wisdom for you. Good luck. So choose one. A dagger, which I'm guessing... It's better! It's a whole 10 DPS. That's good. 30% improvement over my 7 DPS. I can also increase my parry chance by 1% with this blade. Like, this blade is an even better example, because this blade obviously isn't going to improve. So, it's just... It's vestigial and irrelevant. I don't like stuff that's in games and turns out eventually to be irrelevant. So, I could trade away 20% movement speed for a bit more DPS. Now, that's a cool decision, which I'm now aware that I was also already kind of making. It's interesting because my mace lowers target's movement speed. But I now find myself wondering how often is that going to matter in this MMO? Because a lot of the time I bet it's just I aggro something and it will stand there swinging at me. And the fact I can lower its movement speed isn't going to be a thing. Are there going to be situations where I have to snare stuff, wildlife that runs away from me? You know, couriers or whatever that I got to get at. Does snaring actually matter in a PvE game of this caliber? Usually the answer is no. And anyway, I've just realized I was misreading this whole thing anyway. It's not my own movement speed, it's just always theirs. Jesus, the music. We're playing Tetris and Lord of the Rings. Yeah, I think that... I thought it was a really cool idea that I walk slower but have higher DPS. For kind of a big open worldy RPG, that would have been a cool idea, but it's not that. It's lower there, it's snare them, so... Honestly, it's got to be a new mace, right? The Worn Mace. 10 damage, same buff as before. Or a 1% chance to critical. Unless crits are like 10 times damage or something in this game. I can't imagine it being a thing. It'd be pretty cool and weird to have a 1% chance to do, you know, a big bump up. But hey, alright, so let's equip that. It's too much gear at the moment and not enough kill. I don't have a sense of how strong I am or what I need or anything. So I equipped a loot. Where did it go? Oh, it's on my back. That's cool. It's on my back now. But where is it in terms of my equipment? In fact, what the hell is my equipment page? Here, C, the character panel. So there's outfits. Good man, everybody got in on that outfit game, didn't they, eh? Oh, that's the Lord of the Rings store. It's just occurred to me that I'm essentially doing the Asura thing again, where fashion doesn't matter. But hey. What is all this stuff? God, they got so many songs. To learn about available hobbies, visit a hobby master in one of the following towns. Breetown, Scholar's Stair. There's a wallet biography. Parent, you, child of child. No way! Alright, this is pretty cool. No personal description. I am Tatu, resident of the Bree lands, just beyond the borders of the Shire. One night, while out for a stroll, Mivida has extended a request to be your adopted mother. Yeah, alright. You have received a new title. You can choose to display any of your earned titles by accessing titles panel with your character. Really? What is this? Hold on, let me finish this. One night while out foraging for tasty tea time mushrooms, I encountered a black rider. ... There we go. That's my biography. And I am adopted by Mavida, who is this person I spent all this time with here at Archit. And then we have 2 children. This is hilarious. This is so cool. So I can, what's the hobby though? I want a hobby. What's my hobby? To equip one, drag it from the hobbies panel to a quick slot. What? So maybe this kind of stuff is what everyone here is doing is the hobby. I need to figure out what the emotes are as well. Title, heritage, Tato of the Sturs. Oh, no, I can represent the title. My pedigree, Tato, son of Mivida. Yeah, alright. Dude, what a cool feature. Show surname, show rank. What? Skills. Alright, so we do have a skill book. Theatre. Theatre and inspiration? Seriously? There is a skill here that I have, but haven't equipped. It's called the Coda of Melody. A finishing skills that deals enormous AoE damage to foes and AoE healing to allies. Requires 3 ballad buffs on the minstrel. Removes all of my ballads. Effects applied to the fellowship within 30 meters. Block chance, parry chance, evade chance, morale. I don't like this. This is too much. I don't know. Oh, I do have it equipped. It's just grayed out. I do have it equipped. This does 1,000 things. That's right. Classic design of throw enough shit at the wall and hope that they'll be excited. Hero's Strike. Do we have this? Yeah, we do. I guess it did equip them all. Oh, there's passive skills. Nice. I have an armor proficiency. I'm a big believer in passives. Hobbit toughness, improved vitality. We are remarkably tough. Rapid recovery. Resist corruption. We have a great resistance to temptation. What is the corruption mechanic then? Improved shadow mitigation. Hobbits have a great resistance to temptation. Shadow mitigation and corruption. They're the same thing, are they? Two terms for the same thing? I wonder what that means later. Maybe that's like mind control effects, fears, stuff that takes control of your movement, maybe? So far, this game's like really good for environment, exploration, immersion, roleplay. Terrible for all game mechanics stuff and UI stuff. Small size, reduced might. Hobbits. Lad? Sorry. Oh, lack. Dude. Why is the K on the word lack there so, like, broken looking? Do you guys see that? I genuinely thought I had grit on my screen. It looked like the word lad with a bit of grit next to it. The physical strength of other races. Alright, so there's actually negative passives. I like that as well. That's very cool. I mean, I didn't really tech into this knowingly, but hey. Instrument proficiencies. Basic cowbell use. Allows the use of cowbells. Yeah, let me clang on a cowbell. I'll do that. Where do I buy one from? I can also play the clarinet, the flute, the harp, horns, lutes. Oh, I got a lute. There it is, basic lute. I did it. I learned how to play the lute. Oh, what? You cannot do that while moving. I see. So this isn't macros people are downloading or anything. This is actually just in-game. So how the hell did you get through the fire and the flames? How did you do that? In case you missed it, Drakar Guild chat and accompanying blog post was quite detailed. I actually have missed it, yeah. There's a Pib. Gorn. Allows the use of special Pibgorns. What? I've never even heard of a Pibgorn. Specialized equipment. Oh, I see. So maybe I only got this because I am... So hold on, did my combat class change the kind of social roleplay stuff I can do? Learn how to play instruments, it says here. Specialized equipment. Maybe everyone gets that. In which case, it's a bit weird to define it in a visual way. Basic training. I've been taught basic knowledge about how to interact in the world of Middle-earth. Have I? Thought that's what I was doing right this exact moment. Newbie. You are young and eager to see all of Middle-earth. That is true. I really am. I get daggers, clubs, maces, and swords. Fellowship. Completed fellowship maneuvers. I have no idea what this is. You guys are actually making me want to play Guitar Hero. Mount skills will be shown here after they're acquired. So then there are mounts. Does anyone among us have a mount? Does anyone want to show me a mount? I'd really love to see it, to be honest. Can anyone just pull them out? Are they, look, I mean, Christ. That's a cool looking horse. That's like one of those like Arabian horses almost. Right? I mean, I don't know much about horses. I thought that guy was mounting, but he was actually just jumping. Does anyone have a mount? Or are we all noobs? I think we're all noobs. We'll find out that the mount is like Cash Shop or something later. There is an instrument where someone has to have learned the drums. It's an add-on called Songbook. It plays MIDI files. Ah. You can't use mounts until you're out of the intro. Oh, really? Sorry, am I in a different, like, world space right now? Metal potatoes. Shepherd dog. Dude, whose is this? And why has it got like a purple note? Oh god, look, he's now vulnerable. Red to me. As if he's going to attack me. Sorry. Is this someone's pet? Dude, this is really cool. Is it just because I'm a friggin' hobbit? The world being so big and interesting is great. I'm still basically in a tutorial. We're in pre kind of thing. Alright, well, let's go back to Art Strider. There's a lot going on, honestly. View pending alerts. Title awarded. You have a new title, Tato. Oh, yeah, well, that was earlier. This is interesting as well. Fully embracing the idea that titles don't need to have any kind of gameplay ramification. Do I want to transfer to the same layer as my fellowship leader? I was told that before. How do I know? I guess I won't move layers. I guess it's these guys here because I don't actually... Oh, look, you can get a lot of party members as well. We're over 5 now. Oh, look, they've changed their thing to be our mother. Look, they're our mum. Hello. Why are your hands glowing? Am I glowing? No. That's our mum. She actually looks a little bit younger than us. She's wearing the same clothes as us, though. Oh, we're all actually wearing similar clothes. We are human form Shrek. This guy looks even more like human. Sargamond, hero of the small folk. Dude, can you guys imagine being in comms in, like, the late 2000s with your nerdy friends on their shitty internet connection and terrible mics talking about going on an adventure? Like, and everybody's, like, looking around like this. I could very, very much imagine the era of which I was not a part. Dude, your mum's hot. You're right. Okay, Strider.
Do you feel confident in what you have learned?
No. Have you learned some new tricks of the minstrel? I can now see that you have. You seem more confident now. That's always a good one, by the way, guys. Tell people that they're confident and they'll become it. You're about to take on a most perilous task. If we fail, I fear that ruin will come to more towns than Archit alone. The Black Rider has brought the influence of Angmar to our very doorstep, Tato. So much is at stake this day. Are you ready to begin your great venture? Yeah, all right.
Dear, my poor old friend. A shadow has crept over him.
Do you know what? That is MMOs. A great shadow has crept over my poor old friend. Cash shop! Read about the cash shop! Sorry. Do you want to give me money? It's free to play after all. Money? Don't worry about that, Lord. Don't worry about that voice acting. We implemented that a few years ago. Now I want to talk to you about the cash shop. You ready? Right in front of the fucking thing. Oh, beautiful. The great dichotomy of the MMO experience. Perfectly encapsulated. The Lord of the Rings store offers a wide variety of items and premium services that complement your journey throughout Middle-earth. You can visit the store by clicking LOTRO Store from the system menu. Use the main menu in the bottom left of your screen. Or click the Lord of the Rings store button on the far right of the main menu toolbar. Visit the store often to view new and special offers. Alright, thank you. There you go. You've had your part. Okay. Amdir, my poor old friend, a shadow has crept over him. The Black Rider that stabbed him is more fell than any creature you will meet in your travels. We have little time, and we must stretch what time we have by doing 2 things at once. Amdir needs medicine, Tato, and quickly. Do you know of a plant called Kingsfoil? We're doing it just like... Okay, so in the books, it's not Arwen. Who is it? I want to say... Is it someone called Glorfindel? Is that who Glorfindel was? Who was Glorfindel? Is that even this franchise? I think it is, right? And they like combined it. They turned it into Arwen for the sake of the movie. Do you know of a plant called Kingsfoil? It has a great power. Kingsfoil? That's a weed! You should ask Captain Brackenbrook if he knows of any that grows in these parts. Offer him assistance as well. if it does not take you far out of the way. We must begin to work on him, and perhaps he will look more kindly upon you after you do him a good deed. Alright. Everyone seems to think this game is free to play, but it's definitely not. The free to play is more like a trial. Well, I haven't spent a penny on this. And a couple of people did actually sub with Twitch Prime today. So I'm actually it's actually a negative price game for me at the moment. That's the way I'm going to value it. You guys can contribute to that as well for free. Thank you very much. All right, Brackenbrook, blah, 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 blah. Right, I'm all good. Somebody did do it. Yeah, Silver Mirage, Moro Cow. Oh, that's not even Prime. That's just straight up a sub. Thank you very much. Is this replacing Druidstone Mondays? Well, if we have fun, I mean, I'll do this, but for Druidstone at some point. I don't know whether I want to, though, because Druidstone I'd like to give a full series, you know, on my channel. Right. Ask Brackenbrook for directions and begin to earn his favor. Once again, I find myself struggling with the mini-map. I should just engage my brain and try to ignore it. Sorry, I want to listen to his voice again. That will set the tone for how I read him.
I don't like the look of those rangers one bit.
Kingsfoil, eh? 'Tis a nice leafy plant that grows around Brown's Folly, a ruin south of here. Help yourself to as much as you'd like. We've no use for it. And, as for your offer of assistance, I will take you up on it. We are always in need of able hands, and you might as well earn your keep while you stay with us. My best man, Calder Cobb, is having trouble with wolves of late. Perhaps you could help him on your way to do your gardening job for the ranger. Gardening? This is a matter of life or death. Okay, so we get our first side quest to collect bear asses, I'm sure. So that is totally not the right thing. There is a day-night cycle. No, maybe not. I don't know why the screen sometimes glows. Like, what? Why is it glowing here? Is that because I'm going near a quest, dude? Like, what is that? Oh no, it's just happening. Is it a debuff or buff running out? Not sure. Are we leaving the town now? We are. Okay, so generally glowing in red is where we're moving to. Yeah. They seem to have marked off some kind of sheep or whatever here as well. Dude, I really like the map. It's weird because this map is really good. The rest of the UI is horrendous. I don't like the art style shift. But look how cool this is. Look. Angmar. I really want to go there. Oridruin, Mount Doom, Barad-dûr. So, you got Minas Morgul here. I don't recognize this. Moranon? I don't recognize Moranon. Or Lithlad. Ered Glamoth. Yeah, I don't really get this. Harrod and Khand, are these actually canonical? Just obscure notations from the Silmarillion or something, maybe, to get these? Rune up here. I find those places quite compelling to look at and think about because, obviously, there's so little subject material. Like, I don't recognize any of these places. Where is this information from? This is cool. This sucks. That what are they doing with this? Can I move this? Oh, I can. All right, let's do that. So now we actually get the art. Oh, I can just pulse straight into different places as well. All right, cool. I've earned loot from a nearby corp. Are you serious? I've earned loot because someone else in my party killed a thing, I guess. Right. Oh, I see. While my inventory's up, the quick bars appear because it wants me to drag from my inventory here, say a potion or whatever. I'm guessing that's what they're doing. Also, I will turn them all off. I as in on the keyboard. All right, let's Let's see what this is like. Actually, I think I'm going to end it there, guys. I know it's like we've just got started, but look, tomorrow I'll actually put a YouTube video up and tell people that I'm playing this. And it will be the start of our adventure. Like, we can actually play and explore. This is nice. That feels like an alien ruin back there already. Getting my wires crossed with ES and fucking LOTR. It's going to happen. That's really cool. So we'll go there. Yeah, this was fun. Guys, I will be doing this every day. I'm here at the same time every day. So if you've just got here and I'm closing down, don't forget I do start 2 hours earlier than this. We're going to do it today, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Someone has invited me to Spa. Oh, it's our mother. Mavida has invited us to Spa. Oh, God, I don't want to fight you, Mummy. I'm going to get spanked. Oh, she's healing up. She's level 3. All right, wait. Hold on. Yeah, we'll do the hybrid. Come on. Oh, my God. Move, woman. That's it. All right, my snare. What was my heal? All right, I resisted. Oh, my God, we're both at half. Oh, my God, I actually chunked her pretty hard there. 7 looks like a heal. 4. Oh, my God, the full spam. No, it was so close. Oh. We threw the fire and the flames in the background. That's hilarious. All right, guys. Tomorrow we will continue. Please do come along. This has been very, very, very cool. And I hope to see you all soon. Cheers, guys. See you next time.